Building a DaVinci style water wheel out of an e-bike motor to generate electricity in a stream. So today we are going to be desoldering some of the connections in this motor, and we'll talk about Watt's law and how it helps us make the decision on how we want to rearrange this motor to generate usable electricity on a low RPM water wheel. Let's go. This is a BLDC motor. It has 3 phases. And this motor is rated at 48 volts, 1,000 watts. I think it was 1,500 watts peak. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. The neutral. There we have it. Each one of these coils, combined with the magnet housing, is capable of producing 1 volt-ish and roughly 20 watts. There are 16 of them in each phase. So what we're going to do is take each phase and put all of them in series. Similar to a AA battery. If you stack 2 of them together, they make 3 volts because each one is 1.5 volts. So to make this work for our use case, we'll basically be using Watt's law to help us decide what we're gonna do. And I just do this in my head, but basically Watt's law states that power equals voltage times current. Amps times volts equals watts, and you can rearrange that any way you want. In this scenario, we will be stacking all of these within each phase. So theoretically, it would be capable of about 16 volts per phase. So you can see how that will add up nicely. So that's the whole premise of what we're doing here. We wanted to generate as much power as possible at the slowest speed possible. And the easiest way to do that is to boost the voltage. I hope that makes sense. And in its current configuration, this motor has a higher amp throughput. And in our scenario, we're going to be adjusting the balance of that scale so we have higher voltage transmitting through the wires. And then we can always convert all of that on the other end with an MPPT controller and get the power to be exactly what we want it to be. Using the torch to desolder the wires. They're also short, so rather than cut them, I decided I wanted to try to desolder them so that I can reuse as much length as necessary, because I'm going to recoat them with heat shrink. We are at the time limit for this video, so in the next video I will show these wires straightened up, and I'll have this desoldered, and then we'll work on tracing them and getting ready to solder them back together.